Hi, my name is Koi, and I want to share my story and the wisdom God gave me with you. I am currently 23 years old. I created this channel with a nudge from my mom and Jesus Christ Himself. My mom said, "You're very good at applying God's word. Maybe you should create YouTube instead of writing letters to everyone and see how it goes." In my head, I rejected it, but Jesus, who roams around the world in spirit, came to me and said, "Who you?" to get me to rethink my decision. Here, I will share my testimony, lessons I have learned, experiences from my walk with God, and the wisdom He has given me along the way. I hope these stories encourage you, strengthen your faith, and help you grow closer to God. Thank you for being here. I loved being in the light. I loved being in the light. Before being saved, I loved being in the dark. This might explain why that man in the Bible stayed in the tomb. The man I'm referring to is the demon possessed man mentioned in Mark 5, verses 1 to 20. I used to have curtains to keep the room dark. I would yell at my little brother for opening blinds. Me and my little brother used to share a room. I loved dark space. I hoodies too. I loved wearing hoodies, being dark and comfortable. I loved it when the hoodie would cover the sides of my face. After being saved, I started seeing that I didn't want to hide my face using the hoodie. I would fold the hoodie so I could see. So yeah, I loved being in the light after being saved by Jesus. God gave me faith to be public. One day I felt like I could be myself anywhere in the world. I felt like I could be open on all socials. I felt like I no longer needed to hide on social media. I felt like I had nothing to hide. I was open to the world. I felt like I could go public on social media. Before I deleted my Instagram in 2024, my account used to be private. My main email was an image of one of my favorite anime characters, Kuroko from Kuroko no Basket. I felt like I could change my profile picture to my face and not hide, which I did in 2026. In 2025, God showed me that I was hiding. His door to his palace was wide open, but I was hiding on the left side of the front of the house. I got empathy back. In college, I noticed that I lacked emotions. One day I got reprimanded by a teacher and I felt like laughing in her face. This is something I will never do. So I thought it was weird. I was like, "Hold on." I experienced true self-love. On November 14th, I took this picture. At the time, I was neglecting my hair, but I didn't mind it. I saw this picture before. If I saw this picture before, I would have thought I was fat, ugly, and awkward. In my 2023 journal entry, I wrote, "I am grateful for who I am. I love who I am. I look beautiful. I appreciate myself for pushing myself. I appreciate myself for not giving up." I felt like I was seeing a real version of myself when I took that front page picture. Usually, I would feel negative to the way I look, but I don't mind my face. I look pretty when I angle my face, but I love and appreciate the awkwardness of my front face. I also felt pretty today. I'm still in my PJs, but I look pretty. Looking back, I can see that God changed more than just my habits. He changed my heart. I went from wanting to hide to being willing to be seen. I went from loving darkness to enjoying light. I went from struggling to appreciate myself to being grateful for the person God created me to be. These changes didn't happen overnight, and they weren't something I forced. They happened as I continued walking with God and allowing Him to work in my life. So, if you are a person in a season where you feel hidden, disconnected, or unable to appreciate yourself, I hope this testimony encourages you. God is able to change us in ways we do not expect. I experienced peace and balance. In summer 2023, I experienced peace and balance. I was home most of the time. I don't remember what I did most of the days, but I was quiet. I remember that I chose to eat less, 2 meals per day with less amount than I would have served myself. I lost weight and felt mentally clear. My eyes felt HD. I felt so balanced I was scared. The air felt evasive. I have a theory that hoarders who have experienced sexual assault probably feel mentally and spiritually evaded. They fill up space so to feel comfortable because space feels evasive. I remember one day sitting in my living room couch at peace. Nothing was in my mind. I was just sitting there, mind blank for more than 5 minutes. No stimulation, no phone, no TV. My mind was empty. I wasn't trying to meditate. I was just present in the moment. I didn't feel any joy or excitement. I didn't feel any negativity, just satisfaction. I was at peace 100% in my mind, body, and spirit. Everything felt clear. I appreciated everything. For example, one day I decided to show up for my mom's event instead of hanging out with my friends. I felt that she had shown up for me since I graduated when I was a kid, and I wanted to do show up for her. I experienced love. One day when I was went to a graduation party, as soon as I entered, I felt different. I felt like I was in a slow-mo scene in a movie. People were moving around, but I appreciated all of them. I remember sitting down and watching everybody. I remember I loved the outfit I wore. I felt pretty and I loved myself. I became open to new things, but after a while I went backward to who I was again. That summer I learned that I don't have a clear lens of life and I have to try to stay in the middle if I want to do things that with that kind of mentality. Did I achieve this? No. But I am grateful that God allowed me to experience it. I hope this testimony encourages you to appreciate the people around you, the life God has given you, and the peace that can come from being present in the moment. Thank you for watching and listening to my story. Leave a like and share this video with anyone you know. Subscribe and look forward to more videos about God, about my journey with God, about the wisdom He gave me, about the wisdom I've learned from the Bible, and hopefully it makes an impact into your life and leads you to God. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.